I think it was the great philosopher Socrates who once uttered the immortal words, "Love will keep us together." Okay, I think it was actually Captain and Tennille, but still, it's a phrase that many remember to this day, except for a number of celebrity couples. Yes, we're used to seeing celebrity twosomes break up left and right, but these stars on our list today took things to a whole other level by tying the knot and professing their undying love, only to split less than a year later. And in some cases, it was a mere matter of days. We want to keep things short and sweet, just like these brief unions were, so without further ado, we'll give you 11 of the shortest celebrity marriages of all time. Coming in at number 11 on our countdown is the marriage of Oscar winner Renee Zellweger and country crooner Chesney, whose union only lasted a whopping 4 months. The world was collectively shocked when it was revealed these two had eloped in May of 2005, but we were even more surprised when the couple announced their split in September of that very same year. Renee filed for an annulment claiming fraud, which then led many people to speculate about Kenny's sexuality. He later denied those claims, but the annulment was ultimately granted in December of 2005, which lands their marriage at a whopping 225 days. And if you think that marriage was short, Kenny and Renee have a whole 7 days on Jennifer Lopez and backup dancer Judd, who come in next on our countdown. These two met in 2000 when he directed her Love Don't Cost a Thing music video, and things quickly turned romantic, as they usually do in these scenarios, and then the two tied the knot in September of 2001. Cut to June 2002 when they split, landing their wedded union at 218 days. Landing the number 9 spot is a Hollywood couple that you might have forgotten about by now, Tom Green and Drew Barrymore. Now, these two were super lovey-dovey leading up to their July 2001 nuptials, and the MTV Funny Guy even had a small part in her 2000 flick Charlie's Angels. However, their marriage lasted about as long as that little cameo did, because Tom filed for divorce in December of that same year, and the split was finalized in October of 2002, which means they were married for a whole 163 days. In fact, Tom has since revealed that he has not even seen Drew since the divorce was filed. Consider that a bridge burned. Coming in at number 8 on our countdown is another forgotten marriage in the breakup graveyard that lasted all of about 5 months or so. Mr. Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Espisito. Now, before Bradley became one of Hollywood's most sought-after stars, he married the actress back in December of 2006 and then ended things pretty quickly in May of 2007 when they filed for divorce. Remember the days when Sophia Bush and Chad Michael Murray were like one of the cutest couples in Hollywood? Well, you may not remember because their marriage was so short. The One Tree Hill co-stars were engaged in 2004 and then tied the knot in April of 2005. Then in September of that year, they announced their separation. And in February of 2006, Sophia tried to get an annulment claiming fraud, but her petition was denied, leading to their divorce to become official in December of 2006. Now, Sophia has since spoken out about the ill-fated marriage, saying, quote, "We were two stupid kids who had no business being in a relationship in the first place. To all the other co-stars who've worked it out, more power to you." Yeah, if you think your latest breakup was awkward, just remember that they had to keep working together for like 6 more years after that. Snagging the next spot on our countdown is a celebrity who is no stranger to crazy marriages, Pamela Anderson and Kid Rock. Now, these two famously wed on a yacht in Saint-Tropez in July of 2006, where Pam was rocking a white bikini during their nuptials, so you know this marriage was meant to last. Well, not so fast. The world was positively shocked, but I don't really know why, when Pam filed for divorce in November of that very same year. Now, these two were married for a whole, count them, 122 days before calling it quits, which is actually probably the longest marriage ever for someone who tied the knot while wearing a white bikini. Now, the number 5 couple on our countdown is the last who actually surpassed the century mark, aka more than 100 days, and that was Nicolas Cage and Lisa Marie Presley. The couple was married in August of 2002 after a mere 10-day engagement. That might have been the first red flag. Cut to November of that year when the Oscar-winning actor filed for divorce after 107 days of wedded bliss. The divorce wasn't even finalized until May of 2004, which basically means that their divorce lasted almost twice as long as their actual marriage did. Speaking of couples with insanely drawn-out divorces, Kim Kardashian and Kris Humphries' infamous 72-day marriage lands the number 4 spot on our countdown. We think you know the whole story behind this one. Kim and Kris married in an over-the-top lavish ceremony in August of 2011, only for Kim to file for divorce on October 31st of that very same year. There were tons of legal back and forth throughout their divorce, but to keep a long story short, they finally reached a settlement on April 19th, 2013, 536 days after Kim's initial filing. The divorce was finalized on June 3rd of 2013, and Kim gave birth to her daughter with Kanye West 12 days later on June 15th, 2013. Kim and Kanye then married on May 24th, and on August 4th, 2014, they had officially made it past the 72-day mark. Congratulations, and they all live happily ever after, right? Well, we shall see. Coming in at number 3 on our countdown is the 19-day marriage of Mario Lopez and Ali Landry. Now, these two tied the knot in April of 2004 after 6 years of dating. However, Ali filed for an annulment merely a few weeks later. What happened? Well, there were reports of infidelity on his part, but in 2011, Mario finally confirmed that he did indeed cheat on Ali during his bachelor party, which ultimately led to the couple's demise. Every woman's worst nightmare. All right, we're getting down to the wire here. The number 2 couple on our countdown is the 9-day marriage of Carmen, Electra, and Denis Rodman. These two had a quickie wedding in Las Vegas in November of 1998, only to have the basketball player file for an annulment only 9 days later, claiming he wasn't of sound mind when he wedded her. However, they eventually reconciled about a month later, but then officially ended their marriage in April of 1999. Yeah, a 9-day marriage, it's pretty daggone crazy, y'all, but their quickie in Vegas ain't got nothing on our number 1 spot. Britney Spears and her childhood pal, Jason Alexander. Now, the world was stunned when news broke of Britney's Vegas elopement in January of 2004, but we were even more shocked when the marriage was annulled a mere 55 hours later. 10 years later, and we are still not over it, but we should totally get over it since she was just being Miley. I mean, Britney. Ugh. All right, people, what say you about these brief marriages? Hit the comments to start the conversation, then click right over here to get a breakdown on 11 movie couples we absolutely love, aka some romances that actually lasted for more than like a hot second. Okay, yeah, they're actually not real relationships, but whatever, just click it anyway. Also, hit that subscribe button for anything and everything Clevver news. I'm your girl, Erin Robinson. Friends, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.